Hi, this is the NJ Devils podcast. I'm main host Charlie Weaver with Chris Dalton. We have Brewster alum and New Jersey Devils prospect Aaron Titcomb with us. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
So you're from Charlestown, Mass. How did you decide to go to Brewster?
I grew up in Charlestown. I played locally growing up, and then I went to high school at Austin Prep until I was a junior, which then my junior year I actually broke my neck playing hockey. I got hit from behind, so I broke my C3 and C4 vertebrae. And actually, Coach Palmer was at Brewster Academy at the time, and he was actually the only prep school that remained interested in me and gave me an opportunity to play. So ended up there mostly because of Coach Palmer.
That's actually really cool. So when you were at Brewster, what were the teams like when you played? Like, was KUA a powerhouse at that time?
Yeah, there was when we were there, we were usually middle of the pack. My senior year, we actually had a pretty good year. I captained that team, and we did very well. We had my junior year though. We played, I think it was Tabor, and they were very good. They had a lot of good prospects. We ended up beating them 2-1. Had the game-winning goal there, so that was pretty fun. KUA, I don't think we ever got the best of them. They'd always beat us pretty good, but it was fun playing like the Brewster because you always knew that you were going to come in and there's going to be good competition, and you're usually the underdog, so that was pretty fun.
Absolutely.
You were number 21, right?
I was, yes.
Hell yeah, that's my number. Good number.
Yeah, great number.
So how did you decide on Merrimack?
So I went to Brewster, and then after Brewster, I was actually going to go play junior hockey for at the time they were the Manchester Monarchs out in New Hampshire. But then they transferred over to become the Islanders hockey club. But I decided to go to Salisbury school because I got a call from my buddy basically saying, hey, we have one open spot. You can come for 1 year, post-grad year, see what happens. And I talked to my family because this was actually like, right when I graduated from Brewster, I got this call, so it was pretty late. So I went to Salisbury, just thinking, hey, I'm probably going to go to like a Division III school or something because D1 isn't there for me. But I kept working, and fortunately, Merrimack offered me a 3-for-4 deal midway through my season at Salisbury, and the rest is history.
Hell yeah, dude. So what was your experience at Merrimack? Like some of the traditions you guys had on the team?
So it was Merrimack was very strict. So we had 3 core principles that we would live by on and off the ice. We're physically and mentally tough. We're always the hardest working team, and we never make excuses for ourselves and our teammates. And I think I really embodied those 3 principles because everybody at Merrimack was really held to a high standard. Our team actually 4 years in a row won the Hockey East top academic team. So we take our school very seriously there too. So we have a lot of smart guys, and the networks and connections I made through there is actually pretty cool. Yeah,
those values, that really describes like how you went from thinking you were going to go D3 to Merrimack. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
What are you going to miss most about Merrimack hockey and just the school in general?
Wow. I think the atmosphere. It's a small school, and Merrimack, the hockey team, is the only Division I team on campus, so I mean, you get a great following, and the band, the student section. I mean, it's always a great turnout. And I think just like the family feel of it, like that's why I really enjoyed Brewster because everybody was close, everybody knew everybody, and I really enjoyed that because I don't really like going to a big school and almost getting lost. I like a small campus, so I think just the feel of that and how it's almost like a community and not really like a school was something I'm going to miss the most.
Right. Okay, so now you're with the Adirondack Thunders, the ECHL affiliate of the New Jersey Devils. I saw you're on an amateur tryout. What really is that?
So in ATO, right after the season, we lost to BC in the quarterfinals. So I actually got stepped on by a skate, and I severed my main artery in my right hand, right on my wrist. So I actually had to undergo surgery right after the BC series. So I was going to go with the Adirondack on a player contract right away. But since I was out for another 3 weeks after my college season ended, they still wanted to bring me in. So I went in. I was at probably like 85, 90%, but I wanted to play. So since there was only like 3 games left in the season, it would have been pointless to sign me to a player contract. So what they basically did was sign me to a ATO, which is an amateur tryout, and they would pay me day by day. And then come playoff time, if they wanted to keep me, then they would sign me to a actual player contract. So I got to play 2 games, had 2 points. I think it was +7, and played very well. Definitely the right hockey for me. I mean, it was awesome. And actually, when playoffs came, they offered me a player contract to stick around and stay, but I had to get back to school to finish off my degrees because I was kind of getting behind. So, but they actually offered to take me back next year if that's something I'd want to do. And they're currently, I think they're in the conference finals right now against Florida, which is pretty cool. It's their first time there. But yeah, so next year I'm either hoping to go back there, be a great opportunity, or I've been in talks with the Syracuse Crunch and Binghamton Devils in the A to hopefully get an AHL contract. So that would also be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That sounds insane. So do you think you're going to be going to the Devils development camp this summer?
Yeah, I'm either going to go to their AHL camp or I'll go to the main rookie camp, absolutely.
Right. So there's training camp and development camp, right? So development camp's like right in the middle of the summer, and then training camp is right before the season. What's the main difference between development camp and training camp? I'm not really sure of the difference.
So the dev camp is basically they go in, they obviously have their draft picks there, and they have all the people who aren't on contracts, just like almost free agents mostly, and guys who they really like. And then from there, from the dev camp, so you don't really do much. It's almost like just getting a feel of what that life's like. Realistically, if you think about it, it's almost like an amateur tryout. So you go out there, you meet the coaches, you do a couple practices. You don't really work out that hard, and it's no like testing or stuff like that, like off the ice. But they put you through a grind on the ice, and you get to know the staff and everything, and the weight trainers and the nutritionist and all that stuff, the medical staff. And from there, if they like you enough from the development camp, they'll invite you back to the main training camp.
Okay.
Which is much more like secluded. I think it's 27 or 28 guys get the call, and that's when you're playing with, the big names. So like if you're at a Washington Capitals camp, you're playing with Ovechkin, Backstrom, like all these guys. That's when you're starting to play with them, and that's when they're going to test you more off the ice and see how your strength is off the ice.
Wait, so the training camps with the NHL players, not the AHL players, or are the
Right,
NHL ones
right.
running it? Oh, okay.
Anyways, thanks for being on. It was a big help for the PBL, and good luck in the summer and next season.
Awesome, guys. Well, enjoy. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks.